Welcome back to more Sip2Tally. I'm your host, Coach Evans. And today's version, week 2 of the Power Rankings, we're bringing to you. We're going to quickly count down 32 through 8, and then I'll show you the top 8 in order like that. So, matter of fact, before we even get into that, I'll tell you the best, the highest mover up and the lowest mover down in the chart. And the whole chart itself will be in my Patreon. So if you're not a Patreon, go to patreon.com/sip2tally. It'll get in the Discord. That's where the chart will be. That's where other stuff is done with, with both channels, matter of fact. And so if you want to support the channel, even if you're not the Ravens fan, which that's the other channel, I would appreciate having you in the Discord. So if you want, access to me to talk ball, to talk anything, football related, it don't just have to be Ravens. You join that, go to patreon.com, join the Discord, and we'll be good. There's different tiers on my Patreon. However you want to give, if you want to give, that's fine. It's not a mandatory, but if you want a little bit more access to what we have on both channels, that's where you get it. All right. So the highest mover of this week, the biggest move of this week, I'm sorry, is the Seattle Seahawks. It went up plus 10. So I'll show you like where they at, later. And the biggest loser of the week, I got the Browns at minus 10. So I got a plus 10, I got a minus 10. I do have some people that were on the very bottom of the list last week that moved up. We'll just kind of go ahead and talk about the list, and then I'll show you my top 8 in presentation form. So at 32, we have the Bears. They're 0-2. In fact, let me get my paper to see who played who. They're 0-2. They lost to the Buccaneers Sunday. At 31, we have the Cardinals. They're 0-2 also. They lost to the Giants. Number 30, we have the Texans. They're 0-2. They lost to the Colts. At 29, we have the Panthers. They're 0-2. They lost to the Saints. At 28, we have New England Patriots. The Patriots lost to who? The Patriots lose to? Let's see. No, they lost to somebody. Oh, the Dolphins. They lost to the Dolphins. Sunday Night Football. That's why I couldn't see it. 27, Broncos. They're 0-2. Broncos are 0-2. They lost to the Broncos. Played a good game. I remember watching. They lost to the Commanders. Broncos lost to the Commanders. Vikings are 0-2, which is shocking. That was extremely shocking to me for them to be 0-2, but they played the Eagles. So they lost to the Eagles by 6 points. And actually, they were down big and ended up making a little comeback. At 25, the Bengals. The Bengals lost to the Ravens. 24, the Chargers. 0-2. That's funny. And they lost to the Titans. And those are all the 0-2 teams right there. So 24 through 32, all 0-2 teams. So now we get into our 1-1 teams. At 23, we have the Giants. The Giants end up beating who the Giants beat. I just said it. The Cardinals. No, I didn't say it. They beat the Cardinals. The Steelers 1-1. They pulled out a victory last night versus the Browns. The Titans are 21. They ended up beating the Chargers, which is extremely funny to me, being all that talent the Chargers got. The Colts are 1-1. They beat the Texans, but Anthony Richardson, I think he went out with a concussion. I don't know if he's gonna play this week. They play the Ravens this week. The Raiders lost, and the Raiders fans went nuts talk about their coach suck, their quarterback suck. I saw a lot of people just bashing the Raiders organization, and it's really just one game, but they did get blown out by the Bills. The Browns, they end up losing to they lost to the Steelers. They lost to the Steelers. But the reason I got them above the Steelers because their win in week 1 holds a little bit more weight right now. But we'll see. And this stuff right now it's record centric. But as we get to week 5, 6, and 7, it'll start being who's playing better, like who done won like 3 in a row, or that stuff will start to work itself out. But right now it's real record centered. That's why all the 0-2s at the bottom, all the 1-1s at the middle, and the 2-0s at the top. But week 4, no, I say week 6, 7, 8, 9, and so forth, that stuff will start to thin itself out, and it'll be about who's playing well at that time. Because you can have a team right now that's like 0-2, and then they get to week 6 and run off 6 in a row, they'll jump up in the power rankings because they're playing well, and they may be ahead of some teams that have a better record. And that's kind of how power rankings work. It's like who's playing good right now. But right now, we got to go off the records because we only played 2 games. All right. Packers at 17. Packers, 17 and 1. They ended up beating the Cardinals. 17 and 1. They ended up beating the Cardinals. 17 and 1. They ended up beating the Cardinals. 17 and 1. They ended up beating the Cardinals. 17 and 1. They ended up beating the Cardinals. 17 and 1. They ended up beating the Cardinals. 17 and 1. They ended up beating the Cardinals. 17 and 1. They ended up beating the Cardinals. 17 and 1. They ended up beating the Cardinals. 17 and 1. They ended up beating the Cardinals. 17 and 1. They ended up beating the Cardinals. 17 and 1. They ended up beating the Cardinals. 17 and 1. They ended up beating the Cardinals. 17 and 1. They ended up beating the Cardinals. 17 and 1. They ended up beating the Cardinals. 17 and 1. They ended up beating the Cardinals. 17 They lost to the Falcons by 1 point. I think they had a nice lead and ended up blowing the lead. And it ain't often that the Falcons end up coming back on somebody. 16, the Bills, they bounced back and beat the dog crap out of who was the Raiders. They're at 16. The Jets are at 15. I don't think the Jets are gonna be up there too much longer because of the play that they're getting from their quarterback. But I got them at 15 right now because they did actually beat the Bills. That's why I got them ahead of the Bills. 14, the Lions, 1-1. The Lions slipped back and lost to the Seahawks. Hey, every time they lose, I just hope to push them on down so I can get them close to where I had them originally. But they lost to the Seahawks 37-31. And right above them, I had the Seahawks at 14. At 12, I have the Rams. The Rams ended up losing to the 49ers, but it was a good game. They were in that game. I think it was a one-score game. It was 30-27. So I have the Rams at 12. At 11, I had Jaguars. They lost to the Chiefs, and we know what the Chiefs can do. Right above them, I have the Chiefs at 10. I have this, and that's all the 1-1 teams. Everybody else is 2-0. So at number 9, I have the Saints. They moved up +7. The Saints moved up +7, so I have them at number 9. Then I can kind of go ahead and bring in the display now to talk about it. All right. So at number 8, I had the Washington Commanders. They're 2-0. They beat the Broncos 35-33. And, again, all these got teams at the top, they're 2-0 right now. So their record is why they're up here right now. But again, that could change as the season goes on because it's about who's playing well and how well you're playing versus what your record are later on in the season. But right now, Commanders at 8. And Bieniemy has them scoring points. So I will give Eric Bieniemy that. He has them scoring points. Number 7, Tampa Bay Bucks. Now, I thought this team was going to be tanking. But they aren't very good, but they undefeated. Mike Evans is balling. Baker's doing his thing. So, I mean, they undefeated. So you can't knock what they've done so far. Right now, I got the Bucks at number 7. Number 6, Falcons. Falcons, they 2-0. Great comeback win the other day. You can't knock the records right now. I think all this stuff gonna thin itself out, but for early season, Falcons number 6. Number 5, Ravens. Ravens didn't play very well that first week. Bounced back and played, a lot better offensively and defensively this week. Beat the Bengals by what? What was the score? By 3 points, maybe? Yeah, by 3 points, 27-24. And so knocked the Bengals to 0-2, and I got the Ravens. I think they stayed at 5. I'll let you know in a second. Let me see. Now, the Ravens actually moved up from 6 to 5. The Ravens moved up from 6 to 5. Next up, Philadelphia Eagles. Again, the Philadelphia Eagles are kind of in the same boat the Ravens were in. Didn't look very well first week. Played on Thursday Night Football. Offensively played better, but I think they're going to round it and get back into the form they were in last year. They just got to figure some stuff out. And, with the running back and with the other stuff. And, Jalen Hurts seemed not to be on the same page with A.J. Brown. And they had a little argument or whatever on the sideline. But I don't think it was much of nothing because of who those two guys are. But at number 4, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. Number 3, Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins are an offensive juggernaut. But I got them at 3 because I just can't put them over the other 2 teams yet. Not yet. But offensively, they are probably the best offense right now. And the stuff that McDaniel has them doing is different. And I like it. It's new. It's innovative. If I was still on the sideline, I'd be trying some of the stuff McDaniel doing if I had a speedster too. I ain't gonna even lie. Some of that stuff he be doing is crazy. I like it. And if I was still on the sideline, trust me, I'd put 1 or 2 in there and see if it could work. Especially that one way he sent Tyreek in motion and run that rail all the time. If I had a guy that could do that, go in motion, run that rail, or go in motion, run the out, go in motion, run the dig, think I wouldn't. Let him give it another shot. It's sure gonna be out there. Number 2, San Francisco 49ers. Probably the best defense in the league. Got a lot of weapons on offense. Right now, I see their only weakness is quarterback, but he balling. So I can't even knock Brock Purdy right now. They doing their thing out there in San Francisco, and they played a semi shootout versus the Rams. The Rams was holding their own. Puka, whatever his name is, a receiver that's taking the spot of Cooper Kupp. Man, that kid kid pretty darn good. 15 catches for 150 yards this yesterday, Sunday. And then the first week he had like 12 or 13 catches. Sean McVay. Imagine if well, you already know what Cooper Kupp could do, but imagine what Sean McVay could do with another premier guy. Like if he had Cooper Kupp plus another premier guy, if he doing this with a rookie that guy, I don't even know if he was drafted. He was from BYU. So, but anyway, and then the number one team, I can't move them yet because they defense is lights out. Lights out. The Dallas Cowboys. And they end up beating who they beat. They beat the Jets 30-10 impressively Sunday. So right now the Cowboys are the number one team right now. And I give you a little peek at let me take this off and give you a little peek at the whole list real quick. You're only gonna get a peek. You're only gonna get a peek. Puka was in the draft in the 5th round. Thank you, Jeremiah. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Give you a sneak little peek real quick. Let me delete this. And then we're gonna peek at the actual whole list. And you better screenshot it if you want to keep it. If you want to see it. Stop sharing. Present. No. Share screen. There we go. I want to share my screen. All right. There we go. That's the list right there. All right. So I appreciate you guys for coming out. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with me. If you want to go in detail on the screen, better screenshot it. Otherwise, it's going to be in the Discord with my Patreons, and they'll have it. I'm finna send it to them right now. So what up, T-Sizzle? I appreciate you guys. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to be here with more Sip2Tally. And again, you have DeAndre Swift coming up today or tomorrow. I got to put the finishing touches on that. DeAndre Swift ran for like 170 something Thursday. So video on what they did, what the Lions did with DeAndre Swift is coming up either later on tonight or in the morning. Probably in the morning, though. I'm going to say in the morning just to be safe. So appreciate y'all. See y'all later. Like, comment, subscribe, share. So we try to get to 1,000 and we get this thing rolling. Peace, y'all.